everybody, it's Georgia here from deBuriart Workshops, and today we are going to be making one of these lovely rainbow wall hangings that you can put on a wall or on a window that I've got just here. You can't see it, but I promise it's there to show the outside world some bright positivity. You can put a message on here like be kind or stay safe to show people walking past your window that it's all okay and that everything will eventually be fine. We're going to be learning today about rainbow order. We're also going to be looking at the element of colour in art. Now, the element of colour is a really important element in art. As you can see, I'm very vibrant and bright along with our rainbow wall hanging. So stick around and we'll show you how to make this lovely piece of artwork. First of all, we are going to learn the colour order of the rainbow. Now, if you already know this, do feel free to skip on over that way to get ready for our main make. But if you don't, join in with me and learn what you need to do to make your window wall hanging into a rainbow pattern. First of all, the initial colour we're going to be using is red. So I'm going to do a nice big red line here to remind you. Do feel free to grab some pencils, some crayons, some felt tips and join in with me. But our first colour is going to be red. I'm going to pop that just there to remind you. Any guesses as to what our next colour might be? Oh, I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Orange. Our next colour is orange. So I'm going to do a nice big orange line for you there. That looks a bit peachy, but we will get through. I'm going to pop my orange pen there for you to remember. So do join in with this, as I say, if you're not sure. Next, we've got yellow. Yellow for lemons and sunshine and all sorts of other good things. Bananas. What other yellow things can you think of? Maybe a Labrador. Now we have green. Nice big line of green. Are you joining in at home as well? We've got 3 more colours. There are 7 colours in the rainbow. Now we've got blue. For this one, you want a nice light blue. You can see my other colours just here, so you can guess. So a nice light blue. Then indigo. Now indigo might seem like a bit of a funny word, but indigo just means a darker blue, which is why we wanted a nice light one earlier. So we've got our nice dark blue going ahead there. And finally, violet. Violet is just another word for purple. And that completes our rainbow. So this is a spectrum of colour. And the reason why the rainbow order is like this has to do with light. And it is the light spectrum going from one wave to the last wave, which makes our rainbow order. So we're going to go through that once more. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. And the way you can remember this is Richard of York gave battle in vain. And this is called an acrostic, and it's a poem where the letter of each word matches up. So red, Richard, orange, of, yellow, York, green, gave, blue, battle, indigo, in, and violet, vain. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And say how to remember it with me. Richard of York gave battle in vain. And that is how we remember our rainbow colours. So now we know that, we're going to get onto the materials we need and move on to our make. So what are you going to need? First of all, a piece of plain paper. Then you're going to need a piece of coloured paper for each colour of the rainbow. Now, if you don't have coloured paper for each colour of the rainbow, feel free just to slide on in with a pencil, colour it in so you've got a red page just on a plain piece, or you could paint your way through, you could watercolour your way through, anything you would like. Next, you're going to need yourself a pencil. This is very important. This is going to do our outlining of our templates for where we need to cut. Speaking of cutting, scissors. You're going to need yourself a pair of scissors. So if you are tiny, you may need some help with this project, but if not, get yourself some scissors. Then some glue, whatever glue stick you have will do. If not, you can use PVA or maybe some tape if you are super sure. You are going to need yourself a hole punch. This is going to help us make the holes for our work later. If you don't have a hole punch, you could always have some help and use some scissors, but a hole punch is handy. And finally, you're going to need some wool. This can be whatever colour you like. It can be wool, it can be thread. As long as you've got something that you can tie your hearts to your cloud with, you are good to go. So pause this video, go and scavenge around your house, grab yourself these items, and then we are going to get going. Alrighty then, now we know what we need and what rainbow order is, we are going to start our make. First of all, you're going to take your red coloured piece of paper and we need to fold this in half. So you are going to take your piece, line it up nice and neat. If we have any wonky edges, our hearts won't look great. So you're going to make sure that this piece here and this piece here line up beautifully. Then you're going to take your spare hand, give it a good squish and rub it in one direction and the other. You can rewind if you need some help with that just to see it again, but now we have a piece of paper that is folded in half. You'll notice that we've got one side which is a bit like a mouth and one side which is nice and closed. We're going to start our drawing on the closed side. Remember, not the open side, the closed side. Now, you're going to need yourself your pencil. What we're going to do is draw half a heart. Half a heart. We don't want to draw the whole thing, we just want to draw half. And this is going to make our template for where we have to cut out all our other hearts. So we're going to start off by drawing ourselves a sideways C shape. I'm going to draw mine in pen in a minute too, so you can see it nice and dark, but you don't have to do that. You can use a pencil. We're then going to go from the bottom of our C down and around to the bottom of our paper, so that the ends of our hearts are touching the folded side of the paper. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my pen and I'm going to draw that again so you can see it nice and clear. We've got our C shape, sideways C, and down and around to make half of a heart. Then we're going to take our pair of scissors and we're going to cut that shape while our paper is still folded, and I'm about to show you a super magic trick. So cut out your heart nice and neatly, then you can open it up and you'll have yourself a heart. This is going to be our template for the rest of our hearts. So what you need to do now is pop it on your paper, put a sturdy finger in the middle, keep your paper folded, and with your pencil draw around the outline of your heart. You want to do this as many times as you can. Fit it onto your paper as much as you can. I think I'm going to get 3 on here. So another round. Remember our curly C shape, down and around. And one more time down the bottom. Oh, look, it fits perfectly. This will mean we have our folded in half heart, and because our paper's folded, when we cut it out, we'll have 6 other hearts. Now, keep your paper folded, cut around your heart outlines, so you've got 6 of each heart with a spare 7 from the top, and then we can take these hearts and make them into our wall hanging. I'm gonna go cut out my hearts and see you in a second once you've done yours too. Feel free to pause cut out your hearts, and I'll see you soon. Once you've drawn all your hearts, you are now going to need to draw your cloud. This is what all your hearts are going to hang from, so that when you hang it on your wall or out of your window, you've got lots of streams coming down from your cloud like rain. So you can copy what I'm going to do here, or you can draw your own cloud, but it's going to consist of lots of big oval shapes like arches. Ooh, you might want to turn your piece around so it's nice and easy. And this is going to make what we hang our rainbow from. You can now add some details. So I'm going to add a little face to my cloud like that, but you can do whatever you want. You could even leave it blank if you wanted to. Once you have done that, you're going to need to add to your cloud where you want to hole punch to make your strands of string to hold your hearts. We are going to need 7, remember, 1 for each colour of the rainbow. So you're going to want to do 7 dots to guide where you're going to punch your holes. You want to spread them apart so that your hearts don't touch too much. And this is where our hearts are going to hang. Now, once you've got these holes, we're going to pop our lid back on our pen and pop that to one side. Once you've drawn your cloud and cut him out, you can do it a little bit neater than I have, but this is just my example. You are going to punch your holes. So we're going to take our hole punch and pop one of the sides of our hole punch in line with our little dot. You might want to ask for some help with this. And punch all of our holes. Remember, we need 7 to match up with each of our rainbow colours. So I'm just going to quickly finish mine off. Ooh, how many have I got? Oh, I've missed one. Let's slot him back in. Do our hole. Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, that's what happens when you're not careful with your hole punch. But I'll keep showing you on this one. Just make sure you don't mess up like me. So, when you've got your cloud and he's looking mighty fine with all of the holes, you need to get your wool. Now, this is what is going to attach our hearts to our cloud. I'm going to show you how to do this once. If you need a reminder, do feel free to rewind, but you're going to do this with each of your holes. What you want to do is get the end of your piece of wool. We're going to flip over our cloud. Look, he's nice and smiley on the other side too. And we're going to take our wool and thread it through the hole. The reason why we're going to flip our cloud over is because when we tie our knot, this means that the knot will be on the back, so you won't see it from the front of your wool hanging. You're going to simply tie one knot and tie another, like you would with a shoelace, but without the bow. Now you can see we've got a tail end here. You're going to take your pair of scissors and snip that off. Then you're going to decide how long you want your thread and cut that off too. You want it to be longer rather than shorter because we're going to trim off the excess at the end. So you want a nice cloud and a big piece of string on each of your cloud's holes for your rainbow colours. Now I'm going to show you without all of my other strings tied on because it'll take me a little while, but once you've got all your strings tied on, you're then going to add your hearts to your cloud. I've got all of my red hearts here so that I've got them in a nice pile, and what we're going to do is sandwich 2 of our hearts together with our piece of string in the middle. You might find it easier to do this with your cloud hung up on a wall. You could just use a piece of blue tack or a piece of sticky tape to stick your cloud up on a wall, a bookshelf, or on your window even, because then you'll be able to see where to place your hearts so they're a nice distance apart, like this. We could have one red heart here, one red heart here, then we could have an orange heart here so that they're a nice distance apart. To glue on your hearts, you're going to need to take one heart and your glue stick. Oh, I've got some fluff on mine. You're going to outline your heart with that glue stick and place it underneath your string. We want the string to go from the center to the center, a nice even stretch down the middle. You're then going to take your other heart and, like a sandwich, pop it on top. Then really squish down your heart. Do a nice massage all over your heart so it sticks nice and sturdy. Then you've got your first heart stuck to your cloud. You need to repeat that with all of your hearts over your whole cloud, and then you'll be finished. Let's see what mine looks like. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this along with me today. Make sure you tag me at deBuriart on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever you might be able to use to show me your creations, whether that's on a window or on a wall or a bookshelf, as I've got behind me just here. Make sure that you follow, give this post a like and a subscribe down below to see more making and so that you can get creating along with me. And if you'd like to support any more of the workshops that are going to be going on this channel, head over to my Patreon, which is at deBuriart 2. Be sure to show me what you make and get creating right now. See you later, guys.